A warm good evening and pleasant welcome to our today's special resource person, Dr. Sheetal Makindra Randon Ma'am, Assistant Professor at Pune University, international author and speaker, President, UN Welfare Foundation India, who is going to share his session entitled Thesis Structure. Welcome you, ma'am. And it's my pleasure to welcome once again all the participants from various states and countries from all over the world, and my dear faculty members from my college. I welcome you all. Before begin the session, let me give a brief intro about our resource person. Dr. Sheetal ma'am has 16 years of teaching experience. She is working at Chikaram Jagannath Arts, Commerce and Science College, Kadki, as head of Bachelor of Business Administration Department. She has contributed number of textbooks for FI, BCom, that means first year BCom and third year BCom. She has also contributed number of articles and research papers in the reputed national and international journals and magazines. Her research has done 5 world records. She is a PhD guide and she is member of advisory board of education at WSMAC, California, USA. She is global ambassador of the World People's Forum, TWPF, and BTYA, Bangladesh. And she is a member and official volunteer of various international organizations like UNICEF, United Nations, International Human Rights Commission, IHRC, and the World People's Forum. She is awarded as the best teacher by Pune Municipal Corporation, Kadki Cantonment Board. She has felicitated as Outstanding Teacher Award by Indo Global Chamber of Commerce, Industries and Agriculture, India. She is awarded International Nelson Mandela Award of Best Social Worker 2020. She is also awarded by Presidential Advisory Board, the United States of America, for services promoting humanity and peace. She is also felicitated Global Award by Universal Record Forum, USA, Services towards International Human Rights and Peace. Recently, a research on community managed sustainable slum development welfare model has recorded in World Book of Record. And also, ma'am is the president of UN Welfare Foundation for Women Empowerment of India. We are extremely honored to have such a wonderful and incredible talents of Sheetal ma'am. Really, we are happy, and ma'am, now the session is yours. Ma'am, I think you're not audible. Dear participants, all of you are getting ma'am's voice?
No, ma'am, no.
No, please, no.
Ma'am, please check your mic, ma'am.
Okay. Am I audible right now?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
okay,
you're
so
audible.
Without this earphone, I am going to present my topic. Here I am sharing my screen. Very good evening, all of you from India.
Good evening, ma'am.
I would like to express my sincere gratitude towards your organization for giving such a wonderful opportunity to present the very important, the sole topic, and that is structure of thesis. Nowadays, we all know that in education sector and the new NAP, the National Education Policy in India, lots of things has changed. And the research has got the huge importance, which is already there, but nowadays, again, the research has the huge importance. Shailaja ma'am, I need your help for sharing this PPT.
Okay,
Shailaja
ma'am,
ma'am,
give me, yes, ma'am, give me 4-5 minutes. I will share this PPT with Mahalakshmi, ma'am. She will handle that.
because
Please give
right
me
now I
four
had
five
shared with
minutes.
you all, and now it is
Yes,
not
ma'am. Yes,
opening
ma'am.
from my side.
Yeah, please show sir to me, ma'am, please.
Okay. I'm sharing it with our president, sir, and you can,
Yeah.
he will share it
So
with you.
as
Yeah,
you
yes,
all know
ma'am. Yes,
that
ma'am.
there is a huge importance for the research from many more years. Research is giving the important contribution for solving the world's problem, national problem, and domestic problems. Also, it has lots of importance nowadays with the help of NEP, and we all are having the universal structure for the thesis. Although you are doing your research in out of India, and although you are doing your research from India, will have to follow the same norms for the thesis, and will have to follow the same research process. So I'm going to focus on the research, the thesis structure with the help of research process. I think uh, till the ma'am will start, I will start to present my topic, the thesis structure. As you all know, for the master degree also we have to write the thesis. For the bachelor degrees also nowadays we have to write the thesis, and we have to follow a few norms while uh, doing these things. And which are these norms? The norms are, I think I can share my PPT right now. Can you all see my PPT? I think from my side it is shared.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
So now it is shared. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
let
yes,
us
ma'am.
understand first. Let me give the very small introduction, as we all as we all are the teachers from the various countries and from the different areas. But yes, this is the only one topic where we are same, where we can share the same things with the same norms. So very important aspect, because for the bachelor degree also we'll have to present the thesis, for master degree also, and for the PhD degree also. Okay, now let us understand first what is thesis. A dissertation embodying results of original research, and especially the substantiating a specific view. Every researcher has a specific view. Every researcher has a specific view and will have to put that specific view in a specific format, and that is called the thesis. Yeah. So here is the thesis. My dear teachers, you all are the doctors. We all are the doctors. We have gone from the same stages. So whatever we have a question, whatever we had the problems, whatever we are as being a researcher, whatever we gave the solution to our problem of the research, we are going to put that in this structured thesis. In front of you, one image is there, that is a PhD thesis, and I think it is the pages are near about the 600 or 500. Before few years, we have seen the pages, the limitations of pages. There were not limitation, but in a universal rule, it is like, there must be 250, minimum 250 and maximum whatever. So the pages are not important, but the contents, the heart, the soul of the research was very much important. So let us understand what is thesis. Thesis is a concentrated piece of original research. Again, I am emphasizing on the original research, which must be carried out by all PhD students in order to successfully earn their doctoral degree. Allow me to talk on the doctorate degree only, because where we are giving the original contribution by following these specific norms. Let us understand why we need thesis. There are types of research, a number of types of research, but in the scientific research involves a systematic process that focuses on being objective and the gathering a multitude of information for analysis so that the researcher can come to a conclusion. The process is used in all research and evaluation projects, regardless of the research methods, the scientific method of inquiry, the evaluation research, or action research. The process focuses on testing the hunches or ideas in park and recreation setting through a systematic process. Again, I'm emphasizing on the systematic process. In this process, the study is documented in such a way that another individual can conduct the same study again. Replicable study, we can say. So the structure of thesis is very much important. Now, before going to structure of the thesis, let us understand the research, steps of research, which is also the structure of thesis. The steps of research, as we all know, first we'll have to select of a research problem, then we'll have to do an extensive literature of survey, then we'll have to put a hypothesis, then we'll have to prepare the research design, then we'll have to do the sampling, then we have to do, we have to collect the data for that. Now again, then on that data we have to do the data analysis. Then by using the various methods, we'll have to do the hypothesis testing, then generalization and interpretation, and preparation of thesis. Few teachers are doctorate here, so in front of them I will put this statement. This is very much important process. If you follow this process systematically, ultimately and automatically your research, your thesis will be in the structured format. So this is very important topic, that selection of research problem. Let me tell you, I have selected a topic in my research, and that was study of municipal taxes and charges levied by municipal corporation on the notified slum dwellers. So when I put this topic in front of the people, that time people were like, they said it is an alien concept. No slum dwellers pay the tax. although they are notified slum dwellers or non-notified slum dwellers. Then the second question came that why you are doing such kind of research where the common man will face the problem by paying the taxes and all. Then the third question came, if we want to do a sustainable development, then we have to help the government by giving a very small contribution, So my research area was, we are liable to pay, this is our role to pay to our government few charges, maintenance charges, because the government are providing n number of services, and if we really want that services in a sustainable basis, we have to pay something in that for our sustainability. Then select a research problem. So I selected this problem, that this is the problem. If you want to do a sustainable development, we'll have to have a structured mechanism for that. Then I gone through the various states, the various countries, like Ghana and South Africa, the various developing countries. Then in my country, the various states. Somewhere I found this structure for this collection and all. Somewhere I found the very best development in the slum area. Somewhere I found that the slum dwellers are developed. They are in the way of developing. So what, as being a researcher, what is my role? My role is to to fill these gaps and to collect that entire information from entire world and the near states from my country, in my country, and I had to put that problem in front of the government, in front of my university. Then I made a hypothesis. What is a hypothesis? Hypothesis is the brilliant guess, the tentative answer to the problem, whatever you are feeling the problem. So that that is a tentative answer. It may be correct or it may not be correct. But as being a researcher, our role is to collect the information in that way, in a systematic way, to do the survey, to reach till that area where the same research has done, or to reach till the sustainability. Then the hypothesis I made, then I prepared the research design. In research design, what you have to do, you have to follow the few norms regarding the research design. Like in next PPT, I'll show you that we must be very clear about our research. We must know where we are going, what we are doing, how we are going to do it, how we are collecting the information, how we are going to put that information in the thesis, and the entire structure. So first we have to write this to-do list to not to-do list. And sampling. We all know what is a sampling. In India, we say whenever our mother cooks rice, and once that rice cooked, what she does, she take out 4 or 5 units of rice and she tests whether it is cooked or not, like this. So what is that? From the entire data, she collected only 4 or 5 units and she checked whether this rice has cooked or not. So once it is cooked, she stopped the process. Once it is not cooked, she continued. So that is called sampling. What is meant by sampling? Sampling is for the coming on the conclusion through the 4 or 5 units. So I'll give you one more example. See, if the person is ill in a scientific research, if the person is ill, and to find out the scientific reason why he is ill. So let's take an example of the person is suffering from the fever. And in that fever, if you want to come on the conclusion why this person is suffering from fever, we'll have to take out few units of blood and we have to come on conclusion whether it is dengue or typhoid. or simple fever, seasonal fever. So that small unit of blood, that is known as sampling. My teacher used to tell, Dr. P.C. Pardeshi, he was a famous teacher in the research area. He used to tell, for coming on the conclusion, we never remove the entire blood from the body. Okay. So that is called sampling. But yes, in some research area, you have to reach till the entire census. So that is a different types of research. So this is a sampling. Now coming on the data collection, we all know there are two types of data: primary data and secondary data. Primary data, where we are collecting the data through the questionnaire, through the observation, through the interview, through the survey, through there are types of questionnaire also. This is a very huge topic actually. Data collection, it is one of the huge topic, and there is a scientific method, there is a systematic method to collection of the data. So one primary data, so I will put this topic within 1 hour to understand the layman also. So data collection, that is a primary data, where you will have to collect data by standing by the researcher collects data by his own. And the secondary data, you can use another research papers, others research contribution, basically through the well-known and recognized magazines and the websites and the newspapers, government resolutions, and the thesis also. So data collection is very much important about your your sample. So one of my students asked me what must be the sample size. Like if you have a data, like you can say your entire area stakeholders are near about 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 2 lakhs, then what will be the size of sampling for the data collection? So see, it must be minimum 10%, not below that. Previous year, it was like before few years that people used to say 5% is okay, but I don't think so. As being a researcher, I don't think so. For getting this much big information, that 5% or 2.5% is enough. But yes, if the data is very huge, then you can use the methods of sampling, the multi-stage sampling, multi-step sampling, or you can analyze the data. You can make your data in a different groups, and then you can use a convenient method of data collection. Okay. Ultimately, our goal is to reach till our conclusion. And then data collection, then hypothesis testing. There are various methods of hypothesis testing. Hypothesis, it is your brilliant guess. Although it is a brilliant guess, the researcher must have the idea of statistics and also IT and the various methods of the hypothesis testing. Why statistics? Why mathematics? See, as being a researcher, we must have control on all aspects of the research area. So we can come on the best conclusion. I know that I am telling you very long way, but yes, it is very much interesting. Very much interesting. So once you will achieve your goal, once you will achieve your research target, see, believe on me, that is also helpful for society, for your nation, for your world, as well as the doctor degree in front of your name. It gives very much satisfaction. But yes, that doctor degree which you earned by lots of soul efforts. So you'll have to test your hypothesis whether it is correct or whether it is not correct. Then next is generalization and interpretation. See, once you come on the conclusion, once your hypothesis has tested, you'll have to make this general, and you'll have to understand, you'll have to interpret. And the last stage is now, whatever we are talking from last 26 minutes, preparation of the thesis. My dear brothers and sisters, preparation of the thesis, it is last, although it is a last, but it is a very much important part of your research process, where you'll have to follow few norms which is similar in the worldwide. I cannot say that I followed a different format and my friend, I would like to give an example that one of my friend, he was from Iran. When we were doing the together PhD, Dr. Shahrukh Muri, he was from Iran. Dr. Neha Puranik, she was from India. I was also from India, and we were working on the different. I was working on the municipal corporation. Then my friend, my friend, they were working some. One of my friends, Shahrukh Muri, he was working for the Maharashtra sugarcane industries. My friend, Dr. Neha Puranik, she was working on the AGM meetings and all the different areas. You can choose your area according to your liking. But I know one thing. Once you love your things, you can achieve your target. And then the last stage is preparation of thesis. So let us understand first this research process, why we are doing this research process. But very shortly we'll see this diagram. First, what we have to do, you have to identify the problem. If you don't have problem, sorry, you can't do any kind of research. Tell your student also, you must feel the problem and go according to that. Then review of literature. Yes, there must be review of literature. I feel it is a problem, so that's why it is a thesis, so it doesn't happen. There must be the problem and there must be the review of literature, and you can find the review of literature from n number of books and from various places, which is nowadays available very easily. I know that in my time we'll have to search the libraries and libraries and libraries, and we'll have to see the lots of books for long time according to rule of that library and all. But fortunately, nowadays students are getting the entire information on one click. But please stop. Before using that one click information, please make it very clearly that yes, this is the authentic information issued by the authentic institution. Because nowadays anybody can come on the internet, anybody can put their ideas and views. So I would like to focus on these things. Have a right choice while selecting the data. Then clarity of the problem. You must know why, where, how, when we are doing this, and the purpose of your research. Then we must know the clear concept, clarity of the concept and terms about the research. Then we have to define the population, our data, our stakeholders. Then we have to develop and design our research tools, research plan. We'll have to collect the data. Then we have to analyze the data. We'll have to come on the conclusion, findings, and suggestions, which we have seen right now. So this is the entire process. Once you see this process, this is a systematic process. Believe on me, the original researcher, the real researcher, gives these suggestion models or few suggestions to that research. And you can put that suggestion in the form of 1 to 10, 1 to 50, or in forms of model, or in forms of process, or in forms of diagram. But yes, as being a researcher, every thesis you'll have to suggest the model, because you're the person who live that research, who understand that research, who experience that research very deeply, and you'll have to guide for the further research. And now your role starts after this, that you can give suggestion in a simple process to the society, how we can implement these models and how can solve this problem. So my dear brothers and sisters, this is a systematic way. Now, thesis structure. this is where, I have seen many times the thesis structure is in this format, like title page, then abstract, then tables of contents, list of figures, list of tables, introduction, methods, result, discussion, conclusion, recommendation, acknowledgement, references, appendices. I'm very sorry. As being a PhD teacher, the thesis is not the only list, figures, tables, not at all. We'll have to search the soul of this research, and we'll have to focus on the thesis. Now then, what is the structure of thesis? So here is the systematic structure of thesis. According to me, this thesis structure little bit changes according to types of research. In which area you are working, although it is social area, scientific area, commercial area, it will change. But few things, whatever I am going to focus here, that is going to remain same. The preliminary pages. See in the preliminary pages, first in the yellow part, title of research, name of researcher, date of publication, completion, then purposes of the research. The title is very much important. As being a research guide, once you see the title, then only you can understand whether this person has understand the research topic or not. So please come up with the very best titles of the research. I know the titles of research is only the name. What is in name? If I'll give the title of research is problems of these, problems of that, I'm very sorry. This is the title of research. If I'll take, this is one of the topic where I can spend 5 hours with the students. And there is a structure to write a title of the research. And by the title only, your objectives of the research, your purpose of the research, your problem of the research, understand by the layman. Then few certifications are very much important for your research, because I am feeling that this is a research problem and now this is the research and I want to prepare the thesis. I'm sorry. This doesn't happen. The approval committee is there, and which issues the certification, like your guide, your university, your co-guide, and we need to put our certification. Yes, this is the research. This is the research, and this is really authentic research. And the copyright. Yes, you cannot copy others' research. Nowadays, there is a fashion. The people are getting the honoraries and they are putting the doctorate in front of names. And now they are behaving, pretending like a doctor. I'm very sorry. The person who had already done lots of efforts, he can only teach, he can only talk about this, and he can only give the contribution for the society. So your research is your intellectual property. Your research is your intellectual property. Why copyrights? Because I heard when I was student, few students, they made a copyright on their thesis, and they did the study on the multinational company's problem, and the multinational company had given, they felicitated these students of PhD and also given the royalties for sharing their knowledge with their companies. So for that we need the copyright, and I was the eyewitness where the royalties roar and more than that. So our research, it is the intellectual property right. Now, declaration of originality of the work. As being a student, we have to declare, yes, it is my original contribution. I have not taken anything from anywhere which is not mine. Then dedication, like the one page, if you want to write, or if you want to, you can escape also that this is my research is dedicated to this or that, which is not compulsory. Now, acknowledgement, recognized who assisted you to accomplish your task. Then the very much important in the green area, that is abstract. Abstract is soul of your research. Abstract provides a quickly scan of the work, and which is very much important, because to understand your research, to read, to know your research, the people may not have time, but they can go through your abstract and they can understand your thesis. Now, in first pages, I have shown my thesis of 500, 600 pages. And really, if the municipal corporation wants to go through my research, they will not go through your 500 or 600. They will go through your abstract. And yes, there is some norms to prepare the abstract. So, in short, I can say the pages which gives the quickly scan of your work, that is called abstract. Then you'll have to write one table of contents, list of abbreviation, list of tables, list of figures, list of important enclosed document. This is the important format in the preliminary pages. Now, in the thesis structure, let's go to very important part, that is introduction and background of the study. So in this first, you'll have to give the general view, background of the study. Here you have to write your problem of statement. State the researcher experience towards the problems, significance of the signified needs and need of defining problem, and why we have taken this problem to this time, to this year, for this degree. You'll have to mention here. Then researcher objectives. Yes, you'll have to write researcher objectives. You'll have to write the hypothesis, which can be proven or which can be in your favor, which cannot be in your favor. That is called, you can put null hypothesis or alternative hypothesis. Mostly applies for the qualitative research. The objectives, my dear friends from the various countries and from here also, see, there is also norms for writing the objectives systematically. I'm feeling to study this, I'm feeling to study that, I'm feeling to study. No. You can put the minimum 6 to 7 objectives or more than that, but there is a system. What your objectives are, the path of research. By the objective, you can understand how I reached till my conclusion. So this is the path, and it should be very systematic. Minimum 5, maximum 7, not more than that. And then your hypothesis can be one statement or can be 4 or 6, not more than that. Hypothesis mostly applies for the quantitative research. This format can change according to type of research. Then researcher questions should be 1-to-1 with research objectives and mostly applies for the qualitative research. What question you had and why you went through this research. Then in the blue area, we can see significant justification of the study. Yes, every research you have to give some justification. Then scope of the study. Then limitations of the study. Every research has limitation. Please note that, underline that, every research has a limitation. Then next, definition of the key concepts. We have to write connotations of the terms. We have to, whatever we are using, the terms and statements in your title, in your objective, in your hypothesis. Yes, we have to give the definition of that key concepts. This part is flexible to literature review. Then the next is organization of the study, how sections of the study is arranged. It means in a first chapter, you will have to write, in an introduction chapter only, you will have to write what are the chapters you included and what is your design of the research. Now the third very much important part, and that is literature review. Literature review, this is, very cheesy concept actually. This is very knowledgeable concept. If I want to do research and if I want to study around my research, so please go around your research only. Read only related to your research. You'll have to read only related to your research. So in a thesis structure, theoretical review of study related concepts and theories, empirical review, find the previously studies. Is anybody is there that they have studied on our the same topic? Please find out. As being a researcher, you have to find out this. Then conceptual framework, the thematic ideas, sketch, dwell on research understandings on how the particular variables in this study connected with each other's, research gap, knowledge gap, entails contents gap, contextual and geographical gap. What we have to just fill these gaps. And how to fill this gap? Through going around your research only. If my research is related to property tax, please read about the property tax only. In the state, in the nation, and in the world. Please find out how many researchers has done the same research and what were their conclusion and what methods they adopted and what is your convenient method to adopt to till the your conclusion. Now the next, in this only, the next part, that is research methodology. Research methodology is, we can say, brain of research. Methodology is the brain of research. Research, here we have to decide the research design, constitute the blueprint of data collection, measurement, and analysis of data. The area of the study, which provides the reason of selection of desired coverage, population of the study, entails objectives, individuals, items where the samples are taken from the measurement. Then sample design, which gives information why certain kind of sample is used in this study. Then data collection, which indicates the methods of data collection, both primary and secondary. Then validity and reliability of the study, data analysis, and ethical consideration. As we all are from the education sector, we all know this is, it has a huge scope, and to talk on this research methodology, we'll have to have minimum 42 lectures. As you all know, for the master degree and for the bachelor degree, we have a separate subject for the research methodology. So for this conference, I'm just giving the overview of the research methodology. But yes, it gives the information about the blueprint about your data collection and how to collect data, from where to collect data, what will be my sample size, what will be the validity, reliability, that we have to find out here. Now, the next is thesis structure. Fifth point is, next step is study findings, analysis, and discussion. So we came on the conclusion. It was my problem, and this is my conclusion, and this is the solution, and this is my recommendation. My dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, every research must have a recommendation, because as I told you that we do experience that research for 5 years maximum, or may 7 years, or may minimum 2.5 years. We know the what is exact problem, we know what is the solution, we know what is the path to the solution. So the good researcher always gives the recommendation and the suggestion models. In the thesis structure, end part is references and appendices. In references, while writing the references, there is a systematic structure. You'll have to write your reference with the systematic structure. And you can't write this book, that book, that book, that book. We'll have to follow that norms of books, years, publisher, date of publication, and which page number you had taken. And the next is appendices. In appendices, you can add your questionnaire. If it is a framed questionnaire, then sample information, then mathematical derivations, and etc. My dear brothers and sisters, mathematical and statistical knowledge for the research is very much important. So I can say here, whenever you want to do research, the social worker from you must be arise. Then the real teacher from you must be arise. Then the interpersonal relations skilled person must be arised. And we have to reach each and every stakeholders which is related to our research. Then the next is a very important topic. If the PhD students are attending this conference, which is very much important. What happened, my dear student, my dear brothers and sisters, when we are doing one kind of research, sometime what happens, we do get data, we may not get data, we do references, we may not get references. Sometimes nobody had done a research on your area. Then how can we reach till our conclusion? How can we come to a solution? How can we come on the specific answer? What will be the answer of your hypothesis? And how you will give the research contribution? See, when I was a PhD student, I had followed this very small step, which is very much important for the researcher. While doing a research, I faced this problem. No data was available in my area. No review of literature was available in my area. So I contacted various persons in foreign countries, various industries in the foreign countries. Then I contacted Tamil Nadu, my best friends from the Tamil Nadu, my best friends from the Kerala, the few states, my best friends from the Gujarat. The few states were there in my country. They are following the very best practices for the sustainable development. I contacted to these people, and where I came across with the original contribution. But one stage was there that I stuck with the few data, no cooperation, and that time I made one mindset model, and that was what. Please always have in mind, as being a researcher, we have a powerful self-image because I am giving contribution to the society. Then, we must have a strong beliefs about our study, about our capacities. We must have always happy thoughts and the researcher galaxy around us. Then we must have the forever effective habits for in our research periods. Then we must have, the successful automation leadership qualities inside us. Then we must have a best self-talk. We must have a visualization. We must have an introspection. We must have a self-respect for a study and the feelings about our completion of the study, and the feeling of high self-moral. So you'll have to continue with these things to your research. I'll just say while concluding the topic, I'll just tell you one thing, that in Pune University we had done our research, and my research made me very rich. My research in my introduction, it was mentioned that I had 5 world records. I'll just correct small thing, that I had 7 world records on my research. I put a model of sustainable development model for the slum dwellers, and which was, which made me very proud, which was further it was implemented in various areas, in various countries also. And it gave me a full satisfaction. I always remember few things of George Washington in my research. Start where you are with what you have, make something of it, never be satisfied. And one more thing I will tell all researchers, we will work days and nights with full patience to the way right. We'll make history. We'll make history, don't surprise. Still like sun, we will rise. Still like sun, we will rise. So with this thing, I'll stop here. I think 8 minutes are there. If you have any question, please do ask me. Any question?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
Yes, my name is Ibrahim Haruna. I'm from Ghana. Thank you for your excellent presentation. I have really learned a lot and enjoyed it. I'm
Thank you.
aspiring to do my master's very soon, and it's an eye opener to me, so that I'll be able to get the good guidelines that you have provided. So thank you very much. My question is, with your years of experience in research pertaining to primary data, especially questionnaire, what can you tell us the tricks in it in developing our questionnaire? Because it is very, very key information that we have to get, that is in terms of the data collection, so that we'll be able to analyze and interpret it for the next generation to use as a reference. So with your experience, how should we, and what are the tricks in designing very, very good questionnaire, so that we will produce very, very good research piece? Thank you.
It was a really best question. Actually, it was my question also when I was a research. I started my research. See, my dear brother, the very important thing is that please, Ghana, let me express my sincere gratitude towards the Ghana, because your country has given me lots of information about my topic. So I express my sincere gratitudes and heartfelt thanks towards all researchers from the Ghana, because they had done the similar work like me, for the sustainable development of the slums. First. Second is that, see, in a questionnaire, people do tell us that there must be 1 to 25 question, the open-end questionnaire, closed-end questionnaire, 1 to 5 aspects. I'll tell you one thing, that never ask the direct questions in a questionnaire. Please use diplomacy while asking the question. If in questionnaire, we never ask what is your age. In questionnaire, we never ask what is your salary. We ask annual income. We ask the age between this 30 to 50 and 40 to 30 to 40, 40 to 50. So we don't ask the direct questions. And when we go through the direct data collection, primary data collection, we have to have a diplomatic words, and we have to have that skill strategy to remove our own answer, whatever we are expecting that answer. So I'll just suggest one thing, that if my questionnaire is of 20, total questions are 20, the first 5 questions and the last 5 questions, the first 5 questions about the socioeconomic status, and last 5 questions will be about the conclusions and findings of my suggestion. And the middle part must be focused on the hypothesis of my study. The middle part must focus on the problem of my study, and whatever I want, the answer I want, the exact answer must get from the middle part. Like from after 6 till 15, I must get my answer. So when I started my study, I face very much problem when I share that. I ask, do you pay the municipal tax? The people used to avoid me. "Arey, why she has come and she is asking, although we are not paying. So this is a new strategy of the government." Or then I started to ask, which facility you are not getting? And do you know why you are not getting these facilities? Because the government doesn't have the enough budget. And you know why government doesn't have enough budget? Because the huge population there is there, and contribution is very zero. So at least we can pay 1 rupees and we can give a contribution which will be helpful for the government. And they started understanding my topic, and they give me the original answers, the true answers. I think you asked the same question and I gave you the right answer.
Thank you very much. I have really gotten your explanation. You said we should never give direct questions in the questionnaire. Example,
Yes.
you shouldn't ask what is your direct age, but we should ask what is the range of your age. That is between maybe
Yes,
25
yes.
to 55.
Yes.
And then we shouldn't ask that what is your salary. We should rather ask what's your income, so that you have a fair idea of the range of your income. And then you said in the first 5 questions we should ask about your socio-economic biography, that is and then your last question should be the findings that you want to know. And then in the middle question should be the problem of the study and then the hypothesis of the study. And your question should range between 1 to 25 questions, right?
Yes. Yes.
I think, thank you very much. And then
Yeah,
please,
thank you, brother.
the last question is, can you share your email with us? Some of us would like to network with you and then later get to know you more. Please, your email.
Yes, yes, yes. I will. Yes, I will. In the chat box, I will share.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes.
Hello,
Yeah. Good afternoon.
I'm Bari Aruna calling from Nigeria. Please, I thank you for the wonderful presentation. I have a question regarding
Thank you.
the relationship between the statement of the problem and the literature review and the conclusion. Thank you.
The relationship between statement of the problem and the review of literature.
Yes, review of the literature and the conclusion.
And the conclusion. Yes. Very best question, actually. Thank you very much, sir. You asked me this question. In musical language, I can say, you know, your song must start with the best music, and it must end with the best contents. And from first chapter to last chapter, you must dance with your own theme, the first original theme. The theme must not be missed. So, the statement of the problem must be related. I will not say statement of the problem, but review of literature must be around to your statement of the problems. Because if my problem is property tax, sustainable develop, suppose if my property tax collection and sustainable development, then my problem is that my problem, my statement is people are not giving support to the government, and I'll have to find out why people are not giving support to the government. So my literature review must be around this problem only, the problem and my solution, and my conclusions. If my people are not paying property taxes, that's why government can't collect the enough fund, and that's why they are not giving the enough facilities, and that's why they are not reaching to the sustainable development model. So it must be, my subject must be around this area only. In between, if I find the another aspect, please don't go in that review of literature. Sometime it has happened, collection of the property taxes, the best way, and this country has done this, that, and proper, and the new strategies and new era and new change. Please don't go there. What is my problem? The people are not paying. If not paying, Please go around this topic only. So this theme will hold you till the conclusion. Like, for example, if I want to go from India to California, so I must know the way, the method, and where and how, and the plan and the tickets and the money and the enough thing and my goal. I want to go California, and if I'm taking the tickets of the Philippines, so I'm very sorry. This is not the research actually. So we must know actually what is our problem. Very clarity of the problem is very much important. Once you are clear with the problem, yes, you will reach till the conclusion. So, and one more thing is that as being a researcher, we know the actual problem. Right? People are not paying this. This is the problem. Then why people are not paying this? This is my next question. And my review of literature must be around this why. Not when, not where, not how, why. So please always stuck with this why, and this why will help you to reach till your conclusion.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any
Thank
more
you. Hope you
questions,
understood.
participants? Any more questions? Shall we move on to the end of the session? Yes. Thank you so much, Sheetal ma'am. Really, we enjoyed your session.
Gratitude. I express my sincere gratitude toward
Yes, ma'am.
Mahalakshmi ma'am, toward Shailaja ma'am, towards my best
Thank
friend Dr. Nara Roderick ma'am, and all my brothers and sisters participated. Thank you very much for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to put the very loving topic, and that is research. Thank you.